All right, happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Survive to Thrive. Today is script and role play day. We are going to stay right here in this group. Fridays, script and role play will be breakout rooms. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to raise your digital hand. It's open mic day, which means you can talk about anything you want to talk about. You can role play any conversation you want to role play, just to give you some thoughts ahead of time. So get the appointment, convert conversations to appointments, close the listing, get price reductions, strategic pricing conversations at the closing table. Now, I just gave you a lot of different things to focus on. And if I don't see some hands in the air, I'm just going to start calling on people. So Matt Kemp's came to the rescue. Sean's right behind him. And there we go. There we go. Okay, we're good. Let's go, Matt.
More want to hear from you, honestly, on this one. The
Okay.
same client we talked about on private coaching who doesn't want the neighbors to know they're moving.
Yeah.
Um, they called me last night and they want to meet up and have a conversation about their future move, but
Yeah.
they do not want me to notify them about their listing for a couple of months, and they want to find the house first.
All right. So, Matt, just to make sure that I'm understanding, this is my response, by the way. So, just to make sure I understand, uh, you want to put your home on the market. However, you don't want anyone to know that your home is for sale for a couple months, and you want to find the property you're going to purchase before your home goes active on the MLS. Is that correct?
I want you to privately list my property off market,
Okay.
find a buyer, and then I want you. We're going to talk about the buyer situation of what I want to buy here shortly this afternoon. But that's what I want to have the conversation, just so you know, going in ahead of time.
Okay. So, do you need to sell your home in order to buy the next home?
It'd be nice.
All right. It would be nice. Does that mean you can purchase the next property without your home being sold?
I could if I pulled stock out, but it'd be obviously ideal if I could use the equity of the property we currently have.
Okay. So what's important to you about finding your new home before your home goes active in the MLS?
We're really close to the community in Cimarron Hills. We just really don't want any of the members to know that we are moving quite yet, because if we don't find exactly what we want, we're just not sure what we're going to do. And being close to our grandkids is the number one focus. We're close to them right now, but we can get even closer if we move closer to Round Rock, Texas.
Okay, so if we go out and look at homes this weekend and you find the right property, are you going to want to make an offer on it?
Potentially, if it hits all the marks.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, so the offer would be contingent on your home selling. Is that correct?
Uh, it would depend on the home. I make this really hard. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So tell me more about that. By the way, just for the purpose of all of you here, I can turn this could be a 30-minute conversation, right? It could be the entire Survive to Thrive call. And I'm going to hang in here for just a few minutes with you, Matt, because it's
Yep.
important. So when somebody says it depends, my response is tell me more about that.
And then off role play here. I want to get them out of maybe land, right?
You want to get them out of maybe land. Yeah, I'm moving in that direction. I'm just being strategic and I'm not
Okay.
going and I'm being very indirect. I don't want to be too direct. So tell me more about that.
Okay. Um, we, as you know, Matt, or as you know, John, the greens at Cimarron Hills are just beyond frustrating. Golf's a huge focus for us, but of course, our kids or our grandkids are going to be our number one focus. So if we can get two birds with one stone, you get us to a better golf course community. Home's not too large; it's remodeled, it's newer construction, um, and we're closer proximity to our kids. We would be able to pull it. We would pull the trigger before we sold this home, and then you can then stage this home and do your thing. We'll pull equity we'll pull our stocks to be able to purchase that route. But
Mhm,
if we just don't find something quite yet,
mhm.
we're going to want you to probably pull that equity. And then when you do sell the home, we'll figure it out. We'll find something.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen when we make an offer, uh, and it's contingent on their home selling. Now, I'm just taking that side of the conversation, assuming that it's going to be contingent on their home selling because you don't want to pull out stocks and things like that more than likely. So the first thing the agent is going to ask is the buyer's home on the market? And if the response is no, if you were the seller, and on the market, I mean, is it available for all the real estate agents that are working with buyers in that market, Matt? If you were the seller and you got an offer that was contingent on the buyer's property and the buyer's property was not for sale, how would you feel about that offer?
Um, I would want to know that if pictures are done, listing agreement is signed, it could go up tomorrow morning.
Okay. We've got blank number months of inventory, which means I'm just going to do some examples here. There's 15 properties that buyer is competing with, and there's 3 selling every 30 days. So in order for them to sell their home, they have to be one of the top 3 properties out of 15. And how confident are you that the home could go on the market tomorrow and sell within 30 days? Are you going to take your home off the market for potential buyers in order to accept this offer from someone whose home is not even on the market yet?
Most likely not.
There you go. Okay, so now if we were to put your property on the market, by on the market, what I mean is make it available to all the real estate agents who are working with qualified buyers looking for a property like yours. Sorry guys, we can start looking right away, find the right property for you, and make an offer contingent on your home being sold. At least it's on the market. Possibly we already have an offer on your home, and we could get it under contract. We can ask for a longer closing, which will give you extra time to find the right property. But my biggest concern for you is you're going to find your dream home. You're going to find something you absolutely love, and you're not going to be able to buy it because your home is not available to buyers. It's not on the market yet. And I don't want you to miss out on that dream home.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, and is this always going to work? No. And this person may say, I don't care, right? One more thing on this, and then I'm going to move on. Pocket listings. So that's a great idea if you have the buyer. Now, out of the thousands of real estate agents that are working your market, that seller is putting all of their faith in you being the one who brings a buyer, which means they're saying no to all of the other real estate agents that are working with buyers looking for a home like yours. Okay, Sean Fuentes.
Which in this scenario is a chance.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Sean Fuentes, you're up.
All right, a little bit of background. I've got a seller. He's got 3 properties to sell. 2 of them are lots. Those are on the market right now. He's in a squeeze. He's under contract for $1 million property in Arkansas, which I'm not a part of. And he's taking this position. I want top dollar and I want it sold quickly. And to sell these lots, it's taking 100 days. He wants them sold yesterday. So my conversation with him is, you either get time or money. But not both right now, because he's closing on the other home later this month. And he keeps telling me every day that these aren't sold, it's costing me $200. But my bottom dollar is this. So my conversation with him is going to be, look, we need to lower the price, because you can't have time and you can't and money with these particular properties. So that's I've had this conversation about homes before, not necessarily lots. Homes are easier in a way because they usually don't take as long to sell as lots. So
100%.
Do you want to be the owner or the agent?
Yeah, 100%. Vacant lots are, and especially in a tough market, are very hard to sell. So we are more motivated by avoiding pain than we are by going towards pleasure. So think harm's way questions, right? Now, are you role playing this with me?
We can.
Let's go.
All right. So, all right. I'll be the agent.
Yeah.
All right, John. Hey, we talked about pricing
Yeah.
and about how long it's going to take to sell the 2 lots so that you can move to Arkansas.
Right.
The numbers aren't coming up. They're not matching. They're not matching time and money. That's
Okay,
what's
so
not matching.
I'm gonna butt in. Okay, Sean, it sounds like he's buying the home whether these properties sell or not. I mean, he's close.
He's got another property that I'm going to put on the market. He's
Yeah.
getting a bridge loan, a cash out refi,
Yeah.
and so it's complicated. And I got in late too. He was like on a 30-day close. He was already 10 days in.
Okay, but he is buying the property at the end of the month. I did hear that. Okay,
He
so
is.
he
Yeah.
doesn't need to sell these properties. So let's focus on the cost of not selling the homes in lots and everything else we're talking about here. Okay, let's focus on the cost of them not selling in the next 30 days versus 6 months from now or longer, right? Are you in a declining market? Are prices going up? Are they going down? So on. And blah works better than blah, blah, blah. Right? So go again.
John, I want you to let's see. He really quick. He's already told me it's every day that we don't sell these, it's going to be $200 off my profit. So in his mind, every day. So I'm going to lead with that. John, you've already told me every day that we don't sell these lots, it's going to be at $200 that's going to be coming off your profit. So we need to lower these lots so we get them sold quickly. We need to lower the price so we can get them
sold. Statement. It's not a question. I want you to ask a question. Matt,
what do you think? Go ahead.
Give me the asking price of one of the lots.
One is 380 and the other one is 800. I think the 380 he's loosey-goosey on because there's not anything on it. But the one that's 800 has 2 outbuildings, and that's where he's really hanging.
Which one do you want me to focus on? Which one do you want me to focus on?
Let's do the 800.
Okay.
Yeah, the bigger one.
What do you believe it's going to sell for? Where does it need to be to sell?
It needs to be below 700.
There you go. All right. Sean, if you got an offer for $725,000 on this property tomorrow, what would you do?
I don't know. We want, my bottom dollar is 750 after all fees and everything.
Yeah, I understand. So if you can't get 750,000, let's say the market rejects that price. What's plan B?
Well, you know what? I don't have one. I mean, we just need we just need it to sell.
Okay, I understand you need it to sell, but if the market says it's not going to, not at 750, what's plan B?
I guess we take 750.
What if the market says you're not going to get 750?
Oh,
what's plan B?
Yeah, we don't have a plan B. We're moving, and when these lots don't sell, if they're sitting, then we don't. We're just we're racking up debt.
Okay, so holding on to them and not selling is not plan B. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so what we need to do is we need to find where the property is going to sell. Now, if you had a crystal ball and you knew it was going to sell for 700,000, would you rather do that in the next 30 days or 6 months from now?
In the next 30 days.
Yeah. You told me $200 a day, right? Is your holding cost. So if I look at the next 6 months, you're spending roughly $36,000 to hang on to it for the next 6 months. Now, if there's a buyer out there right now that would give you 700,000, is that buyer going to make an offer when you're at 800,000?
Well, I hope he would, but no, probably not.
Yeah, well, first of all, they'd have to know that it's for sale. And more than likely, they're not going to know because the way buyers look is in $50,000 increments. So they're looking 700 to 750, or they're looking 750 to 800. And they're not even seeing your home at 800,000. So you're fishing your property. So you're fishing with your bait out of the water. So first of all, secondly, they're comparing your property to other properties that are between 750 and 800. That's the wrong competition. You need to be the shining star. So they're going to find the best property at the best value, and they're going to make an offer on that property. And what we need to do is we need to get you to a place where you're going to attract that buyer who's going to make an offer that will allow you to sell the property. Now, $700,000. You got an offer tomorrow. You know you're closing in 30 days. What are you going to do?
I'm taking it.
All right. We need to lower your price to 700,000 today in order to give you an opportunity to get that offer. Okay. All right. You're up.
Thank you.
Hey, that was blah.
Right, so
That was blah, Sean. Okay.
That was blah. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go, Nick.
all right, so I more or less need advice on where to go with this. So made an appointment for my buyer client's house was on the market. The day I showed it, it was expired. But seller does not want to rehire that agent. Made an offer, couldn't negotiate a successful contract. Buyer was just unrealistic on price of what the home really is worth. Seller moved quite a ways though. So I made a play for the listing because obviously they want to sell it. They've been sitting on it for a year and a half on the market since September of 2023. They've gone through two agents, the two statistically best agents in that market that sell the most home. It's not a price thing. When they came off the market, it wasn't a price problem. It was a marketing problem. So I made the play for that. The seller responded with, well, if you got a buyer, we'll certainly talk to you and entertain that, but we're just probably going to hire an agent in the town that they're over next to, which that town that the house is in between mine and the town they want to hire out of. So they're going to at least their third best agent over there. What would you say to the seller to keep the lines of communication open at least?
So if you knew that I was the right agent for the job, you would want to meet with me, wouldn't you? If you're leaning towards hiring blank, that's the name of somebody, okay? If you're leaning towards hiring an agent blank, you don't owe them anything. You certainly don't owe me anything, but you owe yourself the opportunity to hire the best agent for the job. Wouldn't you agree? Now, if I could show you that I have a way of marketing your property that this other agent doesn't, and I could potentially sell your home in less time for more money, you would want to meet with me, wouldn't you? My biggest concern for you is you and I are going to be having this same conversation 6 months from now because your home didn't sell and it could potentially be worth less money then. If you knew your home wasn't going to sell and you were going to lose $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in value, you would want to meet with me, wouldn't you?
All right.
All right. People are more motivated by avoiding pain than they are by going towards pleasure. So ask harm's way questions.
Okay. Park on pain. Okay.
Park on pain. Karen Rollins, talk to me.
Sorry.
Okay, let's role play.
Okay, you be the seller. No, I'll be the seller. You're the agent.
Guys, I'm doing all the work today. You guys need to jump in here and role play with me. Karen, that's not for you. That's for the group, okay? So you're the seller, I'm the agent, and what's the conversation?
So we're at the kitchen table. We already toured the house, and now we're talking about the commission. So I don't want to pay you more than 1%. Redfin says they'll do it for 1%, and my attorney told me to talk to you, so I'm talking to you, but I want to do it for 1%.
I'm going to do it for 1%. Got it. So Karen, if I were willing to lower my fee to 1%, would you hire me today?
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Can I share with you why that concerns me?
sure.
Okay, you see, if I were a limited service discount agent and I was willing to give away my money that quickly, how quickly would I give away your money when we have an offer on your home?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, you see, I know that the asking price is 600, and I also know your bottom line is 580 because you told me. Now, if you hire this other company at 1% who's giving away their money just to put a sign in your front yard, excuse my voice today, guys. Just to put it, they're giving away their money just to put a sign in your front yard. Really focus in on that, okay? Here's the message. They're okay with a win-lose. They're okay with a win-lose because they're the one who wins and you're the one who loses. And they're fine with that because that sign is going to generate calls, which is going to turn into buyers. And those buyers are going to buy homes, just not yours. And with Redfin, of course, Redfin is doing this because they're a lead aggregator, and that gives them another property to market on their website, which is generating more leads, which gives them an opportunity to charge more money to other agents who are buying leads from Redfin. All right, that was all not part of the role play. So if you listed your property with that agent who was willing to discount their fee in order to just put a sign in your front yard, and they give away their money quickly, when they get an offer on your home for 570, they're going to respond with, that's awesome because I know she'll take 580. Now, what if you were to hire me and I got $600,000 for your home? You lost $20,000 trying to save $12,000. And my listings are selling at an average of 30 days on the market. I'm looking at all of the properties that have sold with Redfin in your area in the last 90 days. They're selling at an average of 60, 70 days on the market. So what's your holding cost? If your holding cost is $4,000 a month and it takes you 60 days longer to sell your home with Redfin than it would with me, you just lost $8,000 trying to save $12,000.
Well, I don't need the money. It's, it's an estate house. I'm in no hurry, and I just don't want to pay that much money. But I'm going to send you a lot of business because I've got I want to flip houses, so I'll be doing more business with you, and you'll make more money in the long run.
Yeah, I
So
get it.
let's just do 1%.
No, I totally understand. And if you're asking me if my fee is negotiable, the answer is yes. When we have an offer on your home, I will gladly negotiate my fee in order to make the deal happen because I'm a deal maker, not a deal breaker. But Karen, if you're asking me if my fee is negotiable today, it's not. So if it's 1% or you're not hiring me, let me ask you a question. If my fee is not 1%, are you not hiring me today?
Why don't we do 2%?
If I were willing to work for 2%, would you hire me today?
Yeah.
Okay. If we listed your home at 3% and we got over the asking price, you're actually netting more money. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, I'll give you a bonus if we get more.
Why don't we start out at 3% and I'll lower my fee if I can't get you at least 98% of the asking price.
Oh, that's a good, I like that.
You
I'll
ready,
do that.
you ready to get started?
Yes.
Okay. Guys, I'm at 9:32, believe it or not. So questions, talk to me.
John, you're a rock star.
Jojo, you're my new favorite.
Yeah, I do want to say that, you know what, it's going through this with just today. I just, sometimes you have to be reminded that it's almost like a pattern interrupt. Doesn't matter what they say, the playbook is always going to be the same, asking questions and blah.
Right. That's right. Bob, talk to me.
Yeah, John, is it because of the blah blah that you don't include the lead aggregator when you're talking about that other brokerage?
Yeah. It's just too many words. They're gonna ignore you if it goes too long.
All right.
Yeah. Russell.
Hey, John, regarding Matthew's scenario, I had that and they had money parked where they could have used and been a cash buyer.
Yeah.
You didn't go down that path. I didn't either, and time kills deals.
Yeah.
And we lost 1.8 million. Should I have done that?
Well, the reason I didn't go down that path with Matthew is because he told me that he had the money in stocks. He would have to sell stocks in order to have the cash to purchase that property. He didn't mention anything about having cash. And like I said,
I was using the stocks to become a cash buyer.
I get it. But if you have that money in the stock market right now, look at what the market's doing right now. Do you want to sell $800,000 worth of stock right now?
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah. And Russell, I think it's a great question. It's a great conversation. That conversation could have lasted 30 minutes. Could have been the entire call.
Because there's the pain. They lost the house, and so there's the pain.
Okay, so
I just didn't know if I should have taken them there, and that's
well,
part of the
do you think
You know, I think with stocks, if your lender relationships are strong, you just throw that over the fence. Hey, I've got a guy that's got stocks. Can he leverage them to buy a house without actually selling them? Like a lien against his stocks. Somebody out there can do that.
okay. Russell, I don't know the answer to your question. What do you think you should have done?
I probably should have gone there. I just was thinking of, and it was too painful to cash them in.
Okay, so you learn from the experience and you've got a story. Keep that story in your back pocket because you're going to use it next time you're faced with the same scenario.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about blank, blank, blank. If this time was like that time, what would you do? This time, that time, great script. Follow that. All right, everybody, make it a great day. I'll see everybody tomorrow. Go get them.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Got it.